When any of these individuals start singing, you know exactly who you're listening to. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 unique voices in music.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the most distinct and identifiable voices within the music industry. These voices can belong to established pop stars or oddball indie artists, just so long as they're unique.
I've looked at love from both sides now.
Do I start?
You start. They say we're young.
Number 10. Cher.
Won't find out until we grow.
She first came to the world's attention in the company of musical and romantic partner Sonny Bono. But after stepping out on her own, this pop singer's powerful pipes and unique vocals earned her the title Goddess of Pop. Over the years, she's experimented with a number of musical styles, including folk, rock, disco, new wave, and power ballads. But you always know you're listening to Cher. Her contralto voice is characterized by a deep, resonant quality that, unlike most lower register voices, is heavy on the vibrato. Theatrical and passionate, Cher's voice never fails to make an impression. Number 9. Louie Armstrong. Identifiable by both his voice and his trumpet playing, Armstrong first made a name for himself with his distinct style of playful and creative trumpet playing, which, in the jazz music genre, is saying a whole lot. Of course, it's his voice that we're here to talk about, and boy did he ever have a voice of his own.
I see trees of green.
The music industry isn't exactly short on gravelly voiced singers, but Louie's voice goes into Cookie Monster territory, deep in tone and rough beyond belief. But when he's singing What a Wonderful World, there's no other voice you'd want to hear.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Number 8. Robert Plant. Zepp fan or not, you know who you're listening to the second that those vocals come in. Robert Plant is one of the most influential voices in rock history. Many have tried to imitate him, but few have succeeded in coming anywhere close. The reality is, with such a wide range and that ability to hit piercingly high notes with seemingly little effort, there aren't many vocalists out there who can compete. They simply haven't got the vocal cords for it. His howl became the gold standard of not only his generation, but generations to come, and there's no other quite like it.
I've even stopped believing in prayer.
Number 7. Nina Simone.
Don't tell me, I'll tell you.
This influential voice rang out loud and clear during the American Civil Rights Movement. Her direct and undaunted lyrics resonated with countless individuals fighting for equality. But it wasn't just the words she said that caught the attention of the masses, it was the way she sang them. With a voice falling into the contralto range, Nina embraced the nuanced and unpredictable qualities of her voice, allowing its unpolished qualities to shine through. Nina Simone was an absolutely phenomenal singer who, rather than obsess over perfection and self-control, sang out, unfiltered and unrestrained. Number 6. Axl Rose. Another rock god, another set of pipes that can leave a listener speechless. In his prime, the iconic GNR frontman somehow managed to ooze masculinity despite a distinctly feminine style of dress and a womanly vocal quality, and outclassed his peers with every note. His range spans roughly 6 octaves and, depending on who you ask, covers more ground than Mariah Carey's. Whether or not you agree that he's the greatest vocalist ever, as some claimed, there's no denying that he's got a voice unlike any other.
So never mind the darkness, we still can find a way.
Number 5. Elvis Presley. There's only ever been one king of rock and roll. Everything Elvis Presley did was to the beat of his own drum, and unlike anyone before or after him, from the way he danced to the way he sang. Sure, Elvis has inspired countless impersonators who've developed a knack for imitating his distinctive delivery, but no one can truly recreate that voice.
I can't walk out because I love you too much.
Gregory Sandoz, a music professor at Columbia University, once called it the most unusual voice he'd ever heard. Simultaneously a tenor, baritone, and bass, musical theory buffs struggled to classify him, but regardless of the label, he was unmistakably Elvis. Number 4, Barry Gibb. Fusing rock, soul, disco, and pop, the Bee Gees created a unique sound that sold millions of records. Although brothers Maurice and Robin also had the goods, it's hard to imagine the brothers Gibb without Barry's remarkable falsetto. However, Barry's trademark high notes weren't always a trademark at all. Once his falsetto arrived, however, it left a permanent mark on popular music. There's a lot more to Barry Gibb than the highs. The main body of his voice is distinct and engaging, but those upper notes give him a punch few others can throw. Number 3, Janis Joplin. In rock and roll, there never was a more important female voice than that of Janis Joplin. While she passed away at only 27 years old, Joplin left a body of work that would inspire musicians for generations to come. She had a strong personality and incredible stage presence, but it was her voice that really forced people to sit up and pay attention. It was one of a kind. It had a hoarseness to it, but that only added to its soulfulness and dynamic qualities. Whether delivering a quiet, passionate line or bringing the fire with a high note, she never failed to leave a lasting impression.
You know you got it.
Number 2, Tiny Tim. No, we're not talking about Bob Cratchit's youngest son, though this iconic Americana singer's voice could have just as easily originated from his fictional namesake. Tiny Tim was best known for his hit covers of songs like Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Though more so than any individual songs, he is remembered for his unusual voice. He could work a falsetto alongside the best, and did so in a warbling vibrato delivery that was sure to turn heads at each and every performance. If you're ever feeling low and in need of a pick-me-up, there's no voice more welcoming or infectiously upbeat than that of Tiny Tim's. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Barry White. How low can you go? Probably not as low as this legendary R&B, soul, and funk singer. Others may have gotten as low as Barry White, but few had anywhere near as smooth of a delivery. White has been the voice of seduction behind countless romantic evenings in. When his music comes on, you know it right away, because your clothing has already hit the floor and candles have appeared out of nowhere. That voice just sends chills down your spine in all the right ways. There's only one man that bass baritone could possibly belong to.
I'm waiting on you. Believe me, I am patiently waiting on you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.